Hello, my friends, fellow difference makers. It's Lynn Sanders at Difference Makers Media giving you storytelling tip number 15. Be authentic. That means be real. Speak from your heart. And I want to tell you a little story about when I wasn't authentic and the price I paid for it. I was in eighth grade. We had just moved from a very warm, loving community on the south side of Chicago to Highland Park, a northern suburb. It was a lovely town, but the girls there were very snobby to me, and I was very unhappy. I noticed they would whisper in front of me, and so I asked my dad, what could I do? My dad was a psychiatrist, and he very offhandedly said, oh, tell him to go to hell. Well, I don't talk like that normally anyway. And you could imagine how hard it would be for me to say this in eighth grade. But I decided I would take his words to heart. I even practiced saying, go to hell to myself. So one day after lunch, because we'd go home for lunch, I came back to school and I saw the cluster of girls all whispering together in front of the school. They were in a circle. I tapped one on the shoulder. I went into the circle, and in my meanest voice, I looked each one in the eye and I walked around the circle with my finger pointing and I said, go to hell. They were shocked. Then the bell rang and I raced inside the school thinking, phew, I did it. I got it out. I'm so glad it's over. Well, it wasn't over. The repercussions from that comment were that a bunch of those girls came up to me at my locker after school and they beat me up. Yes, they beat me up. And my sister, my younger sister, was standing alongside, just quiet. She didn't know what to do. I started crying and I raced home, not knowing if I'd ever want to go back to that school again. And my mom said, don't worry, Lynn, we'll work it out. She spoke to the principal, who spoke to the girls' families, and they never bothered me again. But I didn't have any friends, and I felt very alone and sad. Luckily, there was a girl in my class who was a loner who reached out to me and she befriended me. I will never forget Kathy and be most grateful for her. She really saved the year for me because she was so kind. But I learned an important lesson from all that. And that is really be authentic to yourself. If someone gives you advice that doesn't feel right, then go with what your heart tells you to do. And when you tell your stories, speak from your heart. People will feel it and they will appreciate your message. I hope this was helpful to you today. I'd love to get your comments, your feedback, a like. Please let me know how you're doing. We're all in this world together. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day. Bye bye.